Good morning, Guardians. TBL here from Planet Destiny, back for your weekly reset guide for Tuesday, May 9th, 2017. First up, the weekly featured raid this week is the return of King's Fall, where you and your fire team will be taking on the War Priest, Golgoroth, and Oryx challenges. This is by far the longest raid, but some of the armor ornaments look absolutely fantastic. So get your teams ready, get in there, and hunt down some loot and Age of Triumph ornaments. Alright, moving on to the Challenge of Elders this week. Modifiers are Airborne, Fresh Troops, and a Grenade Kill bonus, while the bosses you'll be facing are Psylocke the Defiled, the Pilot Servitor, and the Seditious Mind. So if you're running challenge this week, just jump grenade everything for an easy win. Alright, moving on to the Nightfall. This week the Nightfall strike is Cerberus Vey 3, where you're going to be taking on Valista Auric himself. Modifiers this time around are going to be Epic, Berserk, Fresh Troops, Airborne, and Catapult. So just like challenge, jump and throw grenades. You Voidwalkers and Celestial Nighthawk Gunslingers are definitely going to be able to put in a lot of damage this time around. Alright, for the Heroic playlist, we've got Heroic, Voidburn, Brawler, and Chaff. So the nasty return of Chaff, but at least we've got Voidburn to make use of all of those shiny new Adept primaries we've got. Then, moving on to the weekly story playlist, modifiers this time are Heroic, Chaff, and Airborne. And do remember, this playlist is not only a source for Treasure of the Ages, but a ton of legendary marks. Alright, for Crucible this time around, we've got the return of Zone Control, as well as the Control playlist, Supremacy, Elimination, Salvage, and Rumble. And don't forget, we've also got Iron Banner coming back later today, and it's going to be Mayhem Clash, which I'm super excited about. But a little more on that later. First up, let's head over to the Iron Temple. This week at Tyra Karn, the first artifact she's offering is the Memory of Yolder, the one that gives you infinite sprint, and it's coming with an intellect strength build this time around, although the stats could definitely be higher. It averages overall to only about an 82% roll. Next up, we've got the Memory of Silimer with a discipline focus, and this one's not really much better. The discipline stat, along with its hidden intellect bonus, only hit about that 79, maybe 80% mark. And finally, we've got the Memory of Scory, and oh man, the trolling continues. This thing is running an intellect discipline build with actually a pretty darn good stat roll. It's about 99% of what it can run, or at least 99% of the average max stats. So if you're looking for another pretty darn good Memory of Scory, that's pretty much the only thing worth picking up this week. Just remember, it got nerfed pretty well and only activates when you get kills now. Moving on to the tower now, first things first, we've got the Crucible bounties at Lord Shaxx. And this week, he's hitting us with a Hunt for Glory, where you need to exercise your skills in the Supremacy match type. You'll need 7 match completions, 50 primary kills, 30 kill credits, and 20 crests denied. After that, we've also got the bounty Taking Control, where you'll also need 7 match completions, 30 advantage kills, 15 captures, and 1 beeline trophy. No Clash bounty to coincide with the Iron Banner, but that's alright, that game mode is rewarding enough. So next up for the Crucible Quartermaster bounties, this week he's got Point and Shoot, where you need to gather yourself 50 auto rifle kills, Ion Victory, where you need 50 scout rifle kills, Short Range Devastation, where you need 25 shotgun kills, They'll Never See It Coming, where you need 25 sniper rifle kills, and finally, of course, Choose Your Moment, where you need 15 heavy weapon kills. With Mayhem Iron Banner, this is going to be a very easy week to get the heavy weapon kill when done. But alright, moving on to the material exchange. This week, Eris Morn is of course taking Wormspore, Dead Orbit is taking Helium Filament donations this week, the Future War Cult is taking Relic Iron donations this week, and finally, the New Monarchy is also taking Helium Filament donations for this week. And as is the case with everything rep based in Destiny, wait until you get your Nightfalls done before you go farming up any of this stuff. And of course, last but certainly not least, we have Pet's Revenge with the Queen's Wrath. First up, her wanted bounty is to hunt down Baroness Greyris on Venus. You'll find her on the Shattered Coast. Just hang back and chill and wait for the Taken prompt to come up. Next, we've got Take Them Out Venus, where you need to kill 12 Taken Lieutenants on Venus. Then comes the bounty Take Them All, where you simply need to kill 100 Taken. After that, we've got Queen's Grace, where you need to generate 15 Orbs of Light in any strike playlist. Queen's Harvest, where you need to gather 15 Dark Nuclei from Majors or Ultras in any strike playlist. And finally, Queen's Mercy, where you need to get 30 art kills on the Dreadnought. And that, Guardians, is pretty much it for your weekly reset guide for Tuesday, May 9th, 2017. And of course, Iron Banner is going to be going live later today at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And the game mode will be, for the first time in history, Mayhem Clash. which I'm definitely super excited about for a lot of players out there who maybe don't like to jump into Iron Banner because they find it's a little bit too sweaty for their taste. This is a great opportunity for you to finally get in and start picking up some of those great rewards. Anyways, we'll be covering all of that as well as the vendor weapon recommendations of the week a little bit later today, so make sure you stay tuned. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.